It's time for another episode of Coach Ryan's Corner. I'm Ryan Hall. In our video today, I wanted to take a look at something that I'm not really proud of. I'm not really proud that I experience, that I live, that I am a part of, but it's something that I'm very proud to admit that I've overcome time and time again. For the two of you who follow me who don't know, I recently packed up my belongings and moved from Southeast Alabama up here to the suburbs of New York City. Lived my entire life in Alabama, packed up my life, sold my house, a house that I adored, and moved to the suburbs of New York City. The move was, you could say, a long time coming. Essentially, my entire months of February and March and part of January was devoted to perhaps the biggest project I've ever undertaken. And speaking to you from Port Chester, New York, it's a project that I completed successfully. During the entire move, and especially during my drive up here, one of the things that was present in my space was this idea that I was going to have a giant adrenaline dump, that I was going to absolutely crash for a week. I figured that I would be sleeping that time, not necessarily. And to be honest, I didn't really realize that it had gotten past me as bad as it did until a couple days ago, when it just really hit me. My gosh, I had some depression slip back into my space. Obviously, I was functional. I was getting out of bed. I was participating in activities. I was doing life. But I had no motivation to speak of to really set my life on fire. One of my main motivations in moving up here was to do just that, was to set my life on fire and set the next 40 years of my life, give or take 10 or 20, up with power and with purpose and with presence. I had no motivation to do any of that. And I believe I self-medicated. I medicated with food, and I believe in a way I medicated with exercise, but I wasn't really handling it in the most positive way possible. I know that I put across an air of power and inspiration and just being big, having a big presence. But I believe a lot of that, especially over the past couple months, has been a performance, has been an act. And I really just snapped out of it in the last couple days. I've gotten some leads in my coaching practice. My creative mind is spinning. I feel personal confidence. I have a little self-love sneaking back in. I feel some power sneaking back into my life. I feel some energy in my being, and I believe a lot can be said for just being bold. Just being bold, making that bold choice, making that bold decision, despite the fact that it scares the hell out of me every damn day. Worry not for Coach Ryan, for I am in a far better state of being now than I was immediately post-move. There's a pep in my step, there's energy, there's presence, there's spark, and there's being. I feel like a human being again. And I'm taking steps to curb the depression episodes, and I'm ready to do one thing and one thing only. Set the world on fire just to watch it burn.